Although it is clear that despite this, the war in Russia is becoming increasingly popular. And already it has turned into such a national mother figure. If in the first year or year and a half, the people hadn't yet grasped the joys that the war actually brings them, then by the fourth year, they realize that there is nothing better for them than returning to the familiar and native element of occupation and lawlessness, and it cannot be otherwise. And Mother War, of course, brought the long-awaited, forgotten happiness to the Russian people. And without the Mother War, the country will be orphaned, and this is felt more and more acutely. The fact is that before the war, the Russian common folk had nothing from birth to death. There was nothing except humiliation, fear, authority, and the understanding of the eternity of that stinking toilet-like dullness. The only thing there that added some movement, added social weight for the majority of the population. That is for the hinterlands, but of course it was prison. It was, first of all, an excellent entertainment for the plebs suffering from their own worthlessness. An article there then became a status. It was dynamics. It was high voltage judges, police chiefs. And then the war came, and the people got used to it and adapted. And now they felt completely different. Probably it wasn't intended that way. We know that the Kremlin sages really expected it to be over in 3 days. Well, at least in 3 weeks. The fact that it dragged on so terribly only indicates that they cannot calculate an already such a complex process as the people's reaction and the fact that the war would become a mother figure they certainly did not anticipate. And now for the people, slowing down or stopping or even the elimination of the war is the same death, only slow and tedious. And instead of the taste of blood, instead of the opportunity to wipe themselves in the trench with soft plush cheburashkas, the people will be returned to vodka fumes, meaningless reproduction, mortgages, and mediocrity. The country will have nothing to do again. And for Russians, this non-war emptiness will be much more terrifying than 1 million corpses. Well, let's call things by their names. Plus, it turned out to be very profitable for everyone who wished to get involved in it. And probably this is the answer to the question of why Russians have come to love this war so much. It drew a path, and as it turned out, a path from filth to scum. This is a very good career for Russian riffraff. Well, and then perhaps from scum to a basin. It's clear that now the most pathetic piece of crap itself, the neighbor in the elevator who used to stub out cigarettes on it, can now go to the special military operation, return, and menacingly jingle medals or even pull a grenade out of his pants, and everyone will bow down. Some rural nobody who wasn't even given a chance by the drunk homeless women near the store can now flirt with impunity. Any village queen. And Russian women have also turned this war into a business, into a hunt for special military operation participants, warming their hands on funeral payouts. Even children have become interested parties in the war as they gain the opportunity to enter those universities where under normal circumstances they would never have been allowed to step foot. So we see that this, and with filth in the scum, This is a very good career for Russians. Stopping the war or trying to sweep it under the rug will be a grand disappointment, a public one, and a return to hopelessness and despair. And the people fear this stoppage no less than the Kremlin does. The Kremlin's pains are mainly related to 1.5 million idiots who have become savage in the war and with their return, with their post-war needs to band together into groups, into brotherhoods. The authorities remember the coalitions of Afghan veterans, but these are the fears of the authorities. And the people understand that they will, in general, possibly have to, again, for some time, say goodbye to the meaning of life they had so successfully found. These are extremely harsh words, but like all harsh words, they are realistic and truthful. How the Kremlin will solve the problem. The problem of the returnees, for them, the only solution is tactical, nuclear steps on their own.